You saw what your mate posted, a car, a house, a job announcement, something inside you dropped. By the end of that day, you made a financial decision that had nothing to do with your plan and everything to do with what they showed you. Galatians 6:4 says, each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else. Plain meaning, God's financial benchmark for you is you, not your mate's feed. Back in the day, comparison arrived slowly. You saw what your neighbor had when you visited their home once a month. But here is what changed. Instagram, WhatsApp status, LinkedIn updates. Your feed now shows you 30 versions of your mate's best moments before your morning tea is finished. Comparison became constant, instant, and designed to trigger desire. The Bible described the damage this does to a person's soul long before social media gave it an algorithm. If this is landing close to home, press like right now. It takes 1 second and puts this conversation in front of more Nigerians who need to hear it. Let us go deeper. So why do smart, hardworking Nigerians make financial decisions based on what their mates are doing? Here is the two-layer answer. The external layer. Social media delivers comparison constantly, making emotion the loudest voice in your budget. The internal layer. When a mate posts a win, your nervous system does not read it as their good news. It reads it as a drop in your rank. The spending that follows is not vanity. This is a program every human runs, and now you can name it. Here is what this pattern is quietly costing, not in moments, but in years. Every comparison-driven purchase was a savings contribution redirected. Upgrades triggered by someone else's post paused your own plan. The sum of 10 years of comparison-driven decisions is not just a smaller account. It is a decade traded for someone else's approval, and the mate whose post triggered it all has already moved on to their next announcement. So what do? First, pray. Ask God to show you your own benchmark, not your mate's feed, but the one He set for your life. Galatians 6:4 says to take pride in yourself alone without comparison. Plain meaning, your financial progress belongs to God's plan for you, not to a ranking system. Second, plan. Write one financial milestone this month that belongs entirely to your own story. Third, act. Before your next purchase, ask, is this from my plan or from someone else's post? Hold that answer before you pay. Imagine scrolling your feed one day and seeing a mate's big win and feeling nothing shift in your wallet. Not because you stopped celebrating with them, because you finally have a financial story running on its own fuel, not theirs. Your account does not know what your mate drives. The savings plan does not care what they posted. That is not indifference. That is what financial identity feels like when it is rooted in your own benchmark, not a ranking system. Before you close this video, do one thing. Tell me in the comments the last financial decision you made based on what a mate was doing rather than your own plan. For example, I bought a phone I did not need because my colleague just upgraded. Or I moved to a more expensive apartment after seeing a friend's new place online. Name yours. Drop it below. I read everyone. Pray, plan, and act. We move.